Let's get this out of the way right now. I was held back during my earliest days in elementary school. It was a traumatizing event, even now more than 70 years later. I was held back in the first grade and forced to repeat it again while my classmates moved on to the second grade. Oh, they put a nicer spin on it. Retained. That was the word they used. To this day, I'm not certain whether being held back turned out to be beneficial or detrimental. Maybe a little of both. I am certain that I was deeply embarrassed by it, even back then. I can still hear my mother's friends referring to me as the one who was put back right in front of me. Put back. An even more attractive, more hurtful term for what had happened. Even today, as I write this, I still grasp that awful feeling of being inferior or different or less worthy than others. I don't quite know why I was held back. I just remember my teacher frequently summoning me to the front of the class and adjusting my clothes, or sending me to Eugene, then in the 5th or 6th grade, so that he could straighten out his messy brother. I distinctly remember feeling embarrassed about my clothes being inappropriate, or at least neat. But that couldn't be all of it. You don't make a kid repeat first grade just because his clothes are a little ragged. Still, they called me Sloppy Bubba. And I had to deal with the ridicule. The original Sloppy Bubba was a guy in our neighborhood who wore his slacks down around his butt, to the derisive amusement of others. This was way before it was fashionable, and was nothing more than an indication of personal sloppiness. I hated being the target of the same taunt. Yes, being held back is still a raw spot on my soul, but as life progressed, I recognized some redeeming, shaping values of the experience. As with all lessons in leadership, we either succeed or learn. When I was challenged by forces I couldn't control, I didn't give up but instead assessed the situation and determined to do everything in my power to shift future outcomes. Years later, when I competed for a promotion, part of my drive was a determination not to be graded as inadequate. Perseverance, stick-to-itness, get up when knocked down. Those were my North Stars as my career was unfolding and my leadership skills were developing. Even today, at my age and in something that approaches retirement, if there's a spot on my shirt, and even if someone else says it looks just fine, I will change that shirt. Every time. And if I don't, my wife will let me know about it. Many were the times when I would come to her in the morning to kiss her goodbye and she would say, "Where are you going looking like that?" Of course, this would inspire me to go change the tie or a pair of socks or whatever else had attracted her, shall we say, special notice.